and welcome to Experience Matters. Rita, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing really good, Raj. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. So for those of you, I know we've got some people that have watched the show before. This show, Experience Matters, used to be Crystal and me many months ago. And then Crystal's done a few shows with a few other folks. And then, if you remember, we did a live show at Forrester in June. Now I'm back. We're doing a special live edition here. Crystal is very busy running the XDay conference. She's super packed. So filling in is Rita, who actually might even be an upgrade over Crystal, given her CX. No, maybe not. It's a compliment. Crystal obviously brings a lot, but Rita and I did a really fun workshop yesterday here at XDay, and it was so popular we decided, hey, just come on here and just do a live show here and chat about CX. So
yeah, I think the chemistry we had yesterday in our session was just amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was good. So tell us a little bit more about it. What did we talk about in the workshop yesterday for our guests?
Yeah, so the main theme about yesterday's workshop was CX, but bringing operational data and understanding, having that literacy around operational data as a CX professional.
Yeah.
And so it was really fun. There's a lot of people in the room that, they're CX professionals and they're trying to make really a place in their organization and bring that the value of what they do to their C-level executives. But not understanding the operational metrics is really kind of preventing us from having a seat at the table. So that was the main theme around what we talked about.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. This is your first XDay, by the way, right?
It is. It's my first XDay.
What do you think about the experience so far?
There's amazing energy.
Yeah.
There's amazing people. I love Austin, Texas. I'm from Austin. But no, it's really fun to bring CX professionals together to talk about the same ideas, the same challenges that we're having. And we've talked a lot about the challenges. There's companies out there that say they value customer experience, but they really don't, right?
Give me some examples of that.
Well, we talked about some examples yesterday, right?
Well, again, our audience wasn't there yesterday, right? That's why we're doing this show.
Yeah.
So for those of the people that missed it.
Yeah. Well, so, one example that I gave, and I keep hearing from our audience from yesterday was, and I hate to say it, but Sonos, right? It's a technology that we all love and endear, but it's an example of a company that over the years, it's gotten a little more challenging to use it well. And so, you think about a product like Sonos that you love and you want to use to stream music in your house, but when it doesn't work, it's super frustrating. And so we all kind of have the same sentiment, and it's something that I know they're working on, but it's when you take an experience and you whether you're, updating your product or doing something different, if you put it out in the world and it doesn't work, guess what? It has an impact on everyone.
Yeah.
Right. And then you start to see it in your business metrics and your revenue. And so that was one of the examples. I actually had somebody walk up to me today and say, I use Sonos in my house and I've been super frustrated with it. So that's one example.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good session. We covered that. We covered a little bit of journey mapping. We talked about, I think one of the things that was good, because I had a lot of content that I've used before, and then you had stuff. And what was cool is we put it all together and it was kind of seamless.
We mashed it up. We did a mashup.
We did a mashup, yeah.
That's right.
But I think the theme that really stuck out was, I think we both aligned on, was thinking about metrics and the combination of both CX and business metrics, right? And I think that's one of the challenges that maybe a lot of our audience faces. I talk a lot and people are tired of me talking about the metric-centric trap, and people get focused on the wrong metrics. But you brought some good examples around bringing the right metrics to executives and figuring out how to talk the language of executives, right?
But again, going back to CX and our what we do in organizations, we've sort of been focused around NPS, creating this journey, mapping it out. And so my philosophy is, so what, who cares? How do you make it come to life so that leaders understand the relevance of the journey mapping and can really start to articulate the importance at the leader level? So, I think that, again, coming back to the topic, it's journey maps are great, but how do you bring it to life to a leader?
Yeah.
They don't care about the pictures. They want to see the numbers.
They want to see that,
right?
Yeah. Cool. So it was a good session yesterday. There's a lot of stuff today. Is anything today that stuck out for you?
Oh yeah,
I heard there was a really good debate about AI and customer service. Someone told me that it was one of the best debates, one of the best discussions there. I don't know. Were you in on that one?
I wasn't in on that one actually. Not that one. I actually went to this session called Fraud Alert.
Did you really go to the Fraud Alert?
I did. It was great. Why dirty data is your worst enemy.
All right, fine. Tell me about that, and then I'll tell you about the other session. That was way better.
Yeah. So what I really loved, I loved the people that were up on the stage and really their experience and how they talked about how data can impact not only like your operations, but like when you think about security and fraud and all this other stuff, right? Yeah. It's relevant. It's important. And if you have bad data, I don't want to say any bad words here, but if you have bad data, right, it really impacts not only customer experience, but like understanding who they are. So you're sending these surveys. Who are you sending them to? Are they the right people? Are they the wrong people? Yeah. Who's responding to your surveys, right? Yeah. And that was one of the topics they talked about. But again, I come from, it's not just CX, it's data. Right, data is foundational. Yeah. So I found it really fascinating because we talked about the importance of making sure data is the right data, that it's clean data, that you're targeting the right individuals.
Okay.
It was great.
Interesting. That does sound interesting, but you promised you'd come to my session, so I can't believe you went to that one instead of mine, even though that does sound interesting.
I unfortunately something came up and I couldn't be there, but next time. So tell me about it.
All right. Anyway, it was a good debate, and I think one of our panelists might stop by. But it was a recap actually of a debate that Eric Smoot and I have had for many years around the idea is AI replacing customer service, right? And we've got different perspectives. Oh, speaking of the devil, there he is. So, we were just talking. You want to join us for a minute?
Sure. Yeah, come on back here.
Come around. So we were Eric. Pull a chair over and see if you can get into the frame of the picture. We'll squeeze over a little bit. So Eric, I'll set it up. So Eric and I did this debate a year ago at another conference about AI and customer service, and we had so much fun we decided to run it back again today. But the thought around it was, is AI going to replace customer service or not, and what does that mean? What percentage of customer service jobs are going to get replaced by AI, and so forth? And my perspective, and Eric and I think ultimately agree on this. My perspective is that there is a human element that's still important and it's still going to play a role. But there is a role for AI in some ways, but it's got to be done the right way. And it was funny, a year ago, it was maybe a little bit more contentious. I think today Eric and I probably came to maybe similar terms, and we called it a draw today in the debate. But Eric, do you want to chime in on how you think the debate went? And I know you beat me last year, but I think today I probably held my own.
We'll call it a draw today. Yeah. And look, ultimately, I agree with you, right? AI can't fully replace humans.
Too, yeah.
Right. There's always a role for the human there. There's certain obviously easy tasks or repetitive tasks that AI probably does better than humans, but ultimately, as we've seen already in the marketplace, when you go full AI, no human, you tend to fail. So
it's partially because the data, right? If your data and your processes are not intact and good, what's happening?
No, 100%. You're right. I mean, AI will expose bad data faster than anything else we've ever seen on this planet, right? Garbage in, garbage out, and it will expose it quickly. So to be successful with AI, you have to focus on your data quality, and you have to focus on governance to make sure what are the guardrails, what are the boundaries that we're putting around this thing. And I was just having a conversation here in the hallway about, do you let your AI engine have access to the public internet or not? And obviously, if you can avoid it, you should.
Yeah. No, it was a good discussion. I mean, I think, and across the board, all four panelists shared some great stories of their interactions. And I think one of the things we touched on and agreed on was the element of empathy and things that humans can bring to the table if they've done the right way. And again, one of the things I'd also talked about was, again, the fact that whatever the number is, what percentage of jobs or whatever are going to be replaced by AI. I do think the investment in AI that companies make, we both agree it's coming, but if it's done the wrong way, there's going to be a backlash, right? And I think the companies that realize that and still ensure that human agents are part of the process, I think are probably going to still have a competitive advantage going forward. And I think we both agree on that.
100% we agree on that. I'm older than you, so I lived through the internet going through this, right? And there was a lot of fear in the mid 90s about, oh my gosh, what's the internet going to do? And it's going to get rid of all these jobs. The internet's created more jobs than probably anything, other than PCs, maybe anything in history. So, we're in the top of the first inning here with AI, right? And, people are experimenting, people are learning, and, they'll make mistakes, and we always do. But as long as you learn from them and do something better in the future, you're in good shape.
Yeah. I did. We one of the things I talked about in the thing was about Waymos, and we're here in Austin, and I live in San Francisco, right? So we talked about the experience of riding Waymos and what that is, and I probably made some comments I shouldn't have.
Did you ride one?
I've heard of the city. Yeah. Have you not ridden one before?
No,
You've never lived. You've never ridden a Waymo?
I see them. And one almost ran over me.
Okay. So I talked about it. Like there's some room for improvement. One of the things I talked about with regards to Waymo was that the fact that it is like a fully autonomous AI instrument, right? But I've had some experiences where like you get in a Waymo, and with me and some of the Waymos I've been in, it doesn't drop you off at the right place. Sometimes annoying. It doesn't know the hills in San Francisco. It'll drop you off on a hill.
Right.
It doesn't understand traffic patterns. So there's been times where if I was in an Uber or a cab, I could tell the driver pull forward a little bit or go around something if there's traffic for a baseball game or something like that. You can't do that, right? So I've had to actually contact customer support. So Waymo, fully autonomous, has 100% customer support because they need to, right? So we talked about there's certain situations where even if it is AI, you still need a human support. Yeah.
Fascinating.
What's going on? Do we have a question? Yeah. It should start showing up. It's going to start showing up the place. Oh, is he described? Okay.
All right. Okay. So we're going to start.
We're going to move it around. Yes. Sorry. We're going to go off. And I think
do a little tour.
Give you a tour of XDay. Yeah. For people that aren't there. So yeah, go ahead. You can switch it over. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So there's the rickshaw, which is amazing. Like this is it's a Question Pro branded rickshaw, and obviously we felt like we were in India this morning. Yeah. Eric, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before, but
I have not. But I'm waiting to see the Waymo version of that one.
Oh yeah, we need a Waymo version. That's a great idea.
I was driving the rickshaw, and Raj was in the back. That's right.
Yeah. So then Tushar, keep walking. I think we're wrapping up the break, but it's a pretty good crowd here. Hey Jeff, you want to come in and say hi? We got another jump into the frame. This is Jeff Lawrence from
and subscribe.
Yeah. So Jeff is actually the reason Rita and I met at a conference in Toronto. Jeff convinced me on short notice.
That's right.
To come to a conference in Toronto that Rita was also presenting at, and it's gone from there. But yeah, it was more packed earlier. It does look like it's probably not. It looks a little empty right now. Everyone's jumping into the keynote, but
there they are. They're all in the session right now.
Yeah. So we should probably wrap this so we can get into the closing keynote. But any final thoughts on XDay? And
no, I think it's been really fun. And I think, if you haven't already, subscribe, check out Question Pro. It's a technology to help you map that customer journey and bring it to life in your organization. And
I'm trying to get you
why not? Come join us next year.
Yeah, no, it's a good event. This is my second time. I've had a lot of fun here. The team does a good job putting it on. So I think hopefully I'll get to ride the rickshaw later. But it's been great. And are we good, Paulina? Should we probably wrap it and stay tuned for Experience Matters in the future? Yeah.
Okay. All right. To be back.
Yeah. Thanks all.
Bye.
Bye.